security.
you have the right to do that
Yeah,
yourself.
I'm just asking you.
Everybody else, you have the
I
right.
have never
understand.
tried to close any law-abiding citizen owns property. I'm not saying that nobody owns property along that section of road from the
Well,
intersection. to
that lady,
intersection.
Anna does, she owns across the street from you, don't you, there?
Who's
Ain't
that?
her name Anna?
Like on Route 10, that you could do.
She lives right across, up on that bank, going all the way up.
I mean,
She's not here
that abuts
today.
up against this road. There's no property owner that abuts the road I'm requesting.
So you on both sides of the road?
Both sides of the road, all the way
Right to
through.
your house?
All the way through.
All the way top of that hill?
I mean, the tax maps here, you can look at.
I know, all the way top of the
All the
hill?
way to the top of the hill and all the way
On
out.
both
Route 7.
sides?
On both sides, yes.
You on both sides?
I
all
am
the
on
way top of
both
the hill.
sides, and here's the tax map to confirm it, or you.
And how long
can-
have you lived out there?
I've lived out there for 16 years. My grandfather.
How long was it, your dad lived out there?
16 years.
16 years?
And my grandfather lived there since 1923.
And my father lived there since 1845.
You know, I'm not saying that
Yeah.
you people are the people that I'm trying
You're
to
not
vote
mad at
against.
us.
I'm not mad
You're
at
mad
you
at
all. I'm not
them.
mad
You
at
know what,
anybody.
we've never been able to get a key from you. Someone in our group tried to get a key from you one time and you weren't there, so we had to go
I-
clear
We can be
around.
organized about it.
But I have no problem with any property owner on P Ridge, as far out as you want to go, having a key to this
And then
gate.
I heard the stories, we were scared, someone said, you don't want to fool with that guy, he'll shoot you. Now that's the rumors
That's
we've
right.
heard.
I'm glad that rumor's going around
That's-
because, you know, it keeps, at least it keeps some of the
It did make
thugs
my
out.
mother feel
You
very
mentioned-
good.
you
No,
mentioned-
Actually,
Have you ever been broke in? Your house have been broken in?
no, I try to.
Has anything ever been stolen at your
Well,
house?
I'll be honest with
You
you.
We don't
mentioned
leave the
a while
house.
ago
We do not leave the
That you
house.
never turned down
There's
nobody
always
for
somebody
a
there.
key. You mentioned a
Well,
while ago
I
that
personally
you
have
never turned
never,
nobody
I
down
personally
for a
have never
key.
turned anybody down for a key that's actually a
Okay,
key.
but Bubby did. You can't ask to go through that gate because Joey went down to the gate and wanted through it, and Bubby looked at him and had the gun and told him, said, Joey, what are you doing here? Turn around and get out of here. He would not even offer to let him go through the gate, and we only lived 4 miles from you all.
The same grandfather you
Same grandpa you got.
Yeah, same one.
And he wouldn't even let him through the gate. He took the gun
Well,
and
what do we
made
need
him
to do
go
then?
around.
I
He
have
had
to
to travel
Well,
another 10
I
miles
mean, you,
Okay.
just to get
well,
back
anyways,
home.
we're wasting, we know what's going on.
I think Terry, a while ago, wanted to speak. Let's see
Yes,
what she
yeah,
says.
please, okay. While I'm here, I'm interested in the road, or something being done about it. This is my family here, and Stephanie is my niece, and the little girl is Stephanie's daughter. And I don't live in that area, but I do go in there quite often. And why I do is, due to their work, the little girl needs to be picked up at school and brought home, which I do, and I stay with her until somebody comes home from work. Also, Roger, sometimes he's called out at night, and that leaves all the women there, Stephanie at her house and Jennifer at her house, just women there. And you're at the mercy, not of you people here that are law-abiding so-called people, but the other people that come in there. And my going in and out, sometimes I take Savannah also to Logan to her dance lessons, which we get in at night, and sometimes kind of late. And it's just the two of us. And so I really don't feel safe going in and out there. You never know who you're going to meet. And there's all kinds of incidents where you meet people and so forth. I'll just name two. One time I went in the evening to check on their animals, and nobody was there. So, and I knew that. As I was going to their house, the road you're talking about comes in, it's almost like a Y, an odd like Y. This Jeep, an old Jeep, just as I got there, where the road we're talking about comes in, the old Jeep came and it had 6 men in it, and they were all drinking, and I saw them drinking. But they were friendly people, I have to say that for them. And they told me they were not from that area, they were just out riding around. So the solution is, for me to get by, I thought, what do I do? You know, I can't get anywhere because that coming in there is a one-way road. And so they did back up and let me pull up, and then they went behind me. And there's lots of other situations that I could elaborate on. But 2 weeks ago, I dropped them off. They had been to Greenbrier County where I own property to help me. And it was late evening, before dark. There was 2 men in the road walking, and I thought, well, if they stand in the middle of the road, what do I do? Because the road is like one way. But they were both flagging me down. And I assumed they had a vehicle nearby because they were still drinking. They had their cans. I didn't stop. And as I looked in my rear view mirror, they were not happy with the gestures they were giving because I didn't stop. And so I'm really concerned about their safety, especially the ladies. They're there alone, and at times, and they come in and out. And as Stephanie mentioned, she's the assistant principal at Chapmanville Middle School. She's required to stay there at late evenings, come in there at night by herself. She also teaches in graduate school for Marshall. And those evening classes, as you know, they've gone to college, they run into night. So she comes in there late at night by herself. And also, she is a doctoral student at Marshall. And I think it's important that she continues her education and has that privilege to do so. And I understand that you people like to have access to your property and so forth, but I think there should be some solution to this where these people will be protected. And that's my big concern. And for the people that ride in and out of there, I'm not saying, and I'm sure they're not saying, that everybody is the beer drinkers and all that. But I've never met any Mercedes or Jaguars or Lexus coming in and out of there. And I know there's people that like to ride their four-wheelers for pleasure, but those late night people, or the ones sometimes you meet in the middle of the day, are questionable.
Just takes a few to make it bad.
Yeah, and it just takes one time for somebody to lose their life, okay? And these people, they choose to live in that area because it came down through their family, Roger's family. And I think we should have the privilege to live in peace, you know, and feel safe going to your house and be safe while you're there. And I hope that there's some solution where there can be a gate put up there and maybe keys. And I don't know about the fire situation, the fire trucks, maybe give them a key or something that they can get through. But, I mean, that may seem humorous, but lives are important.
But if you got a car wreck out there past that gate, and that truck catches fire, how long do you think it's gonna take to jump out of that truck, unlock that gate, open that gate, get back in that truck, and get back up on that hill? Well, that person's probably gonna done be dead time the fire truck got out there and done all that.
My question is, how are they calling the fire department? There's no cell phone
quickest-
signal.
Yes, they are.
They are. Cemetery, they
On the top of the hill.
Yes, they are.
What I wanna ask this lady is,
Well, she's on the floor, let's respect her.
Yeah.
Okay, and like they mentioned, where they're traveling, there's no cell phone. And, you know, the police can't get everywhere, and that's remote out there. And for people that live in a remote area, or you have family in a remote area, I think you will understand their concern for their safety and so-called their peace. Thank you for
Okay,
your time.
thank you. Let's see. Got Kevin back here.
Okay, as far as fire department concerned, if there's a gate up there and it's locked, and the ladies are there by themselves, and one of them possibly having a heart attack or something,